Hello my lovely people, how are you all? Welcome back to a new video on my channel. Today I am back with a new guide of Whiteout Survival. In today's video we will talk on a big topic, that is the bear hunt. I made a video on the bear hunt long ago, but after that there is some change in the bear hunt. So I am here to make some updated guide on the bear hunt. I will tell you what is the bear hunt, how you can play as beginner, how you can play as advanced veteran player, what you should do in the bear hunt, what you should not do. I will tell you all the possible methods to make some good score in the bear hunt. So let's jump in our video. Guys, this is a big topic, but I will try to make it as much to the point as possible. This video is connected with other two videos, that is how to select your pay to win heroes, what pay to win hero you should select as free to play players, and how to make the squad formation. These two videos will come in the pin comment. I will give it in the pin comment, and you can also check on the I button on the top right side of your screen. These two videos will come there. After checking this video, please watch those two videos. You will properly understand the bear hunt. We can take the bear hunt video in two parts, that is preparation and the rally phase. The preparation part is not that much difficult. You can set your bear trap somewhere in the map. I say you can do it in the tundra or in the fertile land. It is your choice. I mainly say go for the fertile land because here you will get some other resource tiles that is good for you. Check the map right here, what I am showing you. We are in the fertile land right now. You see this deep green color, that is the fertile land, and this medium green, that is the tundra, and the light green, that is the ice field. We are currently in the fertile land, and here we have set our two bear trap. Yes, currently we have two bear trap because in the latest update we got one extra bear trap. The reason is very simple. We cannot manage the time zone for different players of our alliance. That's why we have two hunting trap, two bear trap. This thing came in the latest update. You can set up your second hunting trap anywhere of your choice. Just ask your members when they will be online, then select the timing for two bear hunts. Now there is one main thing when you are putting the bear trap, that is the player configuration, where you should put your players. Look what we are doing here right now. Look at this thing carefully. Here is the hunting trap. Look at this thing. Then there are four players on each side. If you count like this, okay, let me show you like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This side we are getting four players. Now again see from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. This side again we are getting four players. Okay, but this player is common. This player is common in the both hand, and again you will see here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this side we are getting another four players, and this is the common player in both hand. And again if you count from this side, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, on this side. By the way, this player is, okay, I clicked on something wrong. You can see this player is common in both hand, and this player is also common in both hand. So how many players are actually sitting around the bear trap? Look at this thing carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, 8. Then 9, 10, 11, 12. There are total 12 players around the bear trap. You have to follow this exact same thing in your alliance, and everyone will follow this row or this column. Suppose there is the one player, then everyone is following this row or everyone is following this column, right, like this, just like this. You can see this thing carefully. Everyone is following this row, okay, and when you check this, everyone is following this column, and there are 12 players around the bear trap. And if you count from any side, you will see four players. Here is four player on this side, here is four player on this side, here is four player on this side, here is four player on this side. Now what is the reason? If you follow this thing, you can utilize your space properly. You can put everyone in the proper place, and in the first row there should be the strongest player of your alliance. All the strongest player, they should be in the first row. Then second strong players, they should be in the second row like this, and the third strong player, they should sit like this. You have to follow this exact same thing in your alliance. If all the strong players are in the first row, they will take less time to travel for the rally. You know what? When you are calling the rally member who is calling the rally, he is the bonus member. He gives the percentage or the stat for everyone. He gives his stats to everyone. So any whale or any strong pay to win player, he should call the rally. That's why all the strong whale, they should be in the front line. then the medium players, they should be in the second line, and then third, fourth, like this it will go on. And you have to follow this exact same thing. Keep this thing in your mind. Okay, 12 players around the bear trap. You can also do the same thing for your second trap if you want. We are not doing anything here right now, but we will do it in the future. If you want a proper map of this bear hunt, you can message me in the Discord, or you can ask me in my Discord server. I will give you the photo. I'm not giving the photo right here because if I try to give the photo here, it will come with some poor quality resolution. That is really bad thing. If you want the good quality photo, go to my Discord, there you will find it. So this is the basic level thing where your player should sit around the bear trap. Okay, it is not any big problem. And there is one more thing. When you click on the hunting trap, you can click on this button, trap enhancement, you can see here. And when you click on this thing, you can increase your trap level. Okay, by the way, there are two traps, trap 1 and trap 2. And you can contribute your explosive arrowhead. You can get this thing explosive arrowhead from your Intel lighthouse. And you can upgrade your trap level to level 5, where you are getting extra 25% damage. Don't forget to contribute your explosive arrowhead. You will get 200 extra alliance token for each of the donation. This is some simple basic level thing where your player should sit and you should contribute your explosive arrowhead. Then you have to select a perfect timing when everyone or most of the people of your alliance, they are online. Then you can play the bear hunt. Now the main thing in our video, how to increase our damage in the bear hunt. Let's check them properly. First, we have to upgrade our chief charm. In my every live stream I say, when you are focusing on the chief charm, start with the marksman. Why I always tell this thing? If you check your troops, you can go here and you can click on the stats. You can check the attack and lethality. They are very low for the infantry. Look at this number. For the infantry, attack and lethality, that is very low. For the lancer, it is somehow medium. You can check here. It is somehow medium. And for the marksman, it is the highest. Look at this number. You see, this number is highest for the marksman. So your marksman make very high damage for every battle. And if you focus on your chief charm, your charm give you lethality, right? Lethality and health both. But if you focus on marksman charm, your marksman lethality is increasing. Marksman lethality is directly the marksman damage. If your marksman lethality is very high, your overall damage will be very high for the bear hunt. So one basic thing is upgrade your chief charm on the marksman to get some good damage on the bear hunt. Next thing, upgrade your hero gear. Your hero gear can give you the lethality and the health. You can check this thing. This gear and this gear, they give the same thing. And this gear and this gear, they give the same thing. You can click on this gear, you can check it is infantry lethality. You can click on again this gear, you can check it is again infantry lethality. And if you click on this gear, it is infantry health. And if you click on this one, it is another infantry health. So always two gear give you the same thing. So if you want to make very high damage on the bear hunt, go to your marksman gear and upgrade this thing. Marksman lethality, here you can increase it. And this one, the marksman lethality, you can increase it. But if you are a beginner, it will be a big problem for you. Because if you are beginner, you should never think about the marksman lethality. You should always think about the infantry health. Because you are a new player and your server is unstable, everyone will try to attack you. You have to save yourself from the whale attack. That's why the infantry health is important in the starting. But if you play the game for at least 5 or 6 months, then you can focus a little bit on the marksman lethality gear. This one and this one. This can help you to increase your damage in the bear hunt. There is one more thing that can help you, that is the exclusive gear, but all exclusive gear are not useful here. Look at this thing, increasing defender troops attack 5%. It has almost no use for the bear hunt. I mean, it has actually no use for the bear hunt. You have to check all of them where you are getting the rally troops lethality. You can check for this one, Rene. Wistful enchantment. Here you are getting the rally troops lethality 15%. So your exclusive gear can also give you some damage on the bear hunt. And if you are a whale, then you can also use this thing, troops lethality, troops attack, also the deployment capacity to increase your damage for the bear hunt. But if you are a free to play player, don't do this thing. It is a waste of gem. Don't do it. It is mainly useful for the whale. And if you are also a whale, you can go to your castle battle. But if you are a new player, you don't have the Sanfar castle, you cannot get this thing. You can go here in the Ministry of Defense, you can get this thing, appoint based troops lethality, or you can also do this thing, appoint based troops attack and the deployment capacity. But it is mainly for the whale. If you are free to play, don't get this thing, leave it for the whales. Last but not least, you can activate your paid skill, the combat paid skill that can give you some damage boost in the bear hunt. By the way, I don't think the Titan Rock has use in the bear hunt because the Titan Rock reduce the enemy health by some percentage. If you reduce the bear health, I don't think it has some use. Titan Rock skill that may not be that much useful, but this tumbling power and the rallying beast, they are really some good thing for the bear hunt. And I mean almost every combat skill, every combat pet, their combat skill, they are good for the bear hunt. Activate them and get some good damage boost for the bear hunt. These are some basic level things from your side. Now we can check our heroes. What hero we should use for calling the rally and joining the rally. You know the basic mechanism of the rally, right? You have watched my video. I am giving you some simple thing. I am calling rally on this thing and I click on the deploy. Now you see my rally is going on here, and if I click on this thing, you can check here is the team configuration. I will also tell about the troops ratio, what you should use in the bear hunt. But the second thing here, you can click on this flag icon and then you can check what percentage is coming here. If you are calling the rally, you are the bonus member. Your bonus member, I mean your bonus stat, that will be given to other members of your alliance, other members who are joining the rally. And you can check what skills are being used here. Don't worry, I will give you a full list for every generation, what you should use in every generation for calling the rally or joining the rally. And here you can check the rally member skill. Only 4 skill will come here, and that is the first expedition skill of every hero, not any other skill. Only the first expedition skill. You can go to any hero and you can check. This is the first expedition skill on the top right side. Only this thing will be used, no other skill will be used. I am giving you one example. If I can give you, let's go here and you can check this thing. What is this skill? Magnus. Okay, it is Rapacious of the Magnus, level 5, right? So if I go to Magnus, if I'm trying to give you example, I go to Magnus, I go to skill, and you can check this one is the Rapacious. Only the first expedition skill that will take effect in the rally. Okay, and automatically game will select best 4 hero, best 4 members who have the highest level skill. It is like first come first serve. But if you enter first with some level 4 skill, anyone can replace you with level 5 skill. You can check everyone here with the level 5 skill. By the way, this skill is useless for the rally. Guinness strict governor training regimen can counter upon. This thing is useless for the rally. I will tell you what thing you should use in the rally, what thing you should not use in the rally as the caller and the joiner. And you can also check hero exclusive gear that is being used here. All exclusive gear cannot do something in the rally, like this one. Increasing defender troops attack 7.5%. It is useless in the rally because I am not doing garrison right now. I am doing rally. So here is no use of the defense. And if I show you this thing here, defender troops lethality 7.5%, that is also useless because I am calling the rally. I am not doing the garrison, so this thing will be useless here. Here you see there are 2 parts in the rally, that is the rally caller skill and rally joiner skill. Now let's see what hero we should use in every generation. We are starting our video with generation 1. By the way, if you are a generation 1 and if you are free to play, you are almost useless. Don't get hurt, you are actually useless. But I will try to show you some guide. I will tell for both free to play and pay to win players. First I am talking on free to play players and I am starting with generation 1. In generation 1, when you are calling the rally, as the infantry you have to use Sergei. Now there is one funny thing, Sergei is useless in the rally, almost useless for the BR rally, because if you check this thing, damage taken down 20% and enemy troops attack down 20%. These 2 skills are almost useless for the BR hunt because you are doing defensive skill, right, and you are attacking the BR. So here defensive skill have no use. Sergei is useless, but you have to use this thing. Sergei's skills are useless, but still you are using Sergei. The only reason is Sergei is giving some stat. When you are calling the rally, you will get these stats from here. Infantry, attack, defense, then lethality and health is coming from the gear. Only for these stats you are using Sergei. But the skills of Sergei, they are useless when you are calling rally for the bear hunt. But you are in generation 1, you have no other choice, you have to do this thing. As the Lancer, we will use the Molly, and some skills are good, some skills are bad. Like this one, Stun Chance. It is one of the best skill when you are calling the rally on a player on PvP. But in bear hunt, this Stun Chance is useless. So this one is almost useless for the Molly when you are calling the rally. But this is a good skill, damage of 50%. By the way, it is a chance based skill. chance based skills are like some what I will say, it is good and bad at same time. It can make very high damage, it can also make very low damage depending on your luck. And this one, it is some good skill, damage up 25%. It is some good for the molly. And as the marksman, we are going to use the bahiti. Now bahiti is not that much useful, but we have to use this thing. Only one skill is important here, that is the damage of 50%. Again, it is a chance based skill, you can check here, 50% chance to trigger this skill. This type of skills are good and bad at same time. The other skill, that is the damage taken down 20%, it is useless when you are calling rally, almost useless, because it is some defensive skill and you have no work for this thing in the bear hunt. So in generation 1 as free to play, we are using Sergey, then Molly, here goes our Molly, and here is our Bahiti. Okay, now we are going to generation 2 where we are getting the Flint. This Flint is not that much useful because most of the skills are like chance based skill. These chance based skills are not very good for the bear hunt, but we have no other choice, we have to use this thing. By the way, this one is good, attack of 25%, and there is one more skill, that is another chance based skill. So Flint can give you very high damage, or if you are unlucky you can get very low damage for using the Flint. And you can check the exclusive gear, defender troops attack 5%, it has no use for the bear hunt, it is mainly for the garrison, not for the rally. As the lancer, we will continue with the molly, we have no other choice. By the way, you can check the exclusive gear of the molly, that is defender troops lethality 5%, that is also useless because it is for the garrison, not for the rally. And for the marksman, we will continue with the bahiti. We cannot use the Zinman because I told this thing in other videos. Zinman is good as free to play hero, but in the starting, when you are in generation 1 as free to play or even generation 2, you cannot manage to get that much Zinman shard. You cannot upgrade your Zinman. So we are not going with Zinman, we are mainly going with bahiti. But you can check the skill of the Zinman, you can check this skill. Defense up, health up, almost no use for the bear hunt. This one is good, damage of 25%. But I don't know if anyone can upgrade this thing as free to play player, because I told you in the starting you cannot properly play lucky wheel. Zinman comes in the lucky wheel, and in the starting you have less amount of gem for doing the lucky wheel. So we are not focusing much on the Zinman. Now we are going to generation 3 where we are getting the Flint again. As our infantry we have no other choice, and as the lancer we can finally get Mia. Mia is some good lancer, Mia is far better than the Molly. By the way, Molly is also good, but Mia is good because of these skills. By the way, the skills are chance based skill, but again I want to say you have no other choice. You are getting this hero, you have to play with this hero. The first one, that is a chance based skill, second one again another chance based skill, and third one, that is also a chance based skill. So your Mia can be very good choice and also very bad choice depending on your luck. All the skills depending on your luck. They have 50% chance to trigger. By the way, this one is 40% chance, and this is a defensive skill, you can check here, damage taken down 50%, that is useless in the bear hunt. But other two skills, they are good for the bear hunt, both are damage up, you can use them. And if you check this one, the exclusive gear, that is the increasing rally troops attack 5% in the level 1, in max level that is the 15%, that is good for you. It is really good because it will trigger when you are calling the rally. The other widget which I just showed you, they are mainly for the garrison, but this one is particularly for the rally. When you are calling the rally, this skill will be triggered. We checked our lancer, and as the marksman we will continue with the bahiti. If you want you can try the Greg, but I don't think you can get the Greg as free to play. I mean you can unlock it, but you cannot upgrade this thing too much as free to play. So you can continue with the bahiti if you want. In my opinion, bahiti will be better than Greg for free to play players. First of all, your skill level will be low if you are free to play. Second thing, if you check the skill, only this one can give you some damage. The other skill, that is the defensive skill, enemy damage down, and this one, that is a health up skill, that is also a defensive skill, which has no use for the bear hunt. Only this one, the first one, that can help you for increasing your damage. But if you use the Greg, you can of course get the stats from here. But again I want to say, you are free to play, you cannot upgrade your Greg too much to get some good stat. So you can continue with the bahiti if you want. So in the generation 3, what we are using, Flint, Mia, bahiti to call our own rally. Now we are going to generation 4, and again we have to continue with the Flint, we have no other choice. You can unlock the Homos, but as a free to play you cannot upgrade it too much. You can continue with the Flint because it is a lucky wheel hero. I told all the skill about the Flint. And as the lancer we will continue with the Mia, we have no other choice. But as the marksman we can get the Lean. Now Lean is some good hero for you. Lin is one of the decent hero in the game because in the starting 3-4 generation all the heroes are not very good, but Lin is some decent hero. If you check the skill, first one damage up, that is another chance based skill, but you have to use this thing, you have no other option. The second one enemy damage down, that is a defensive skill, not very good. And the third one attack up, that is a turn based skill. Turn based skill are better than chance based skill. So your Lin can be good because you are getting two offensive skill, two attacking type skill here. And if you check the gear, here is the defender troops lethality 5%, that is useless for the bear hunt. But the thing is, you will get some good stat. Finally, you are getting some good stat for the marksman. You are continuing Bahiti in the first 3 generation. Generation 1, 2, 3, 4, you played with the Bahiti. Finally, you can replace your Bahiti with the Lin. And Lin has far better stat than the Bahiti. You can continue with the Lin. Now we will go to generation 5. Finally, from generation 5 we are getting some good hero. Even as a free to play you will get some good hero. So in the infantry we will get the Hector, that is a lucky wheel hero. The skills are, I say it is good. Damage taken down, that is useless for the bear hunt. But if you check the other one, damage up and marksman damage up, you can read the skill from here. This skill is actually good when you are calling the rally. And another one damage up, that is another chance based skill, very low chance, like 25% chance, still it is good. It is at least better than flint. Okay, so you can continue with the Hector when you are calling the rally. And if you check this one, it is useless. Most of the infantry type hero, they have some useless widget when it is the rally. But for the garrison, infantry is really good. Mainly for rally they have no other good use. You can check defender troops attack 7.5%, it has no use for the bear hunt. As the Lancer, we will continue with the Mia. I just showed everything about the Mia. But if you want, you can also get the Nora. In the starting of the video, I told you that I made a video. You should watch those other 2 videos. One is pay to win hero, another is squad formation. Which pay to win hero you should get as free to play player. There I mentioned about the Nora. Nora is a pay to win hero, but you should try to get this thing as free to play player. Nora is really good hero. You can check the skills, damage taken down, damage up. That is some good skill. And this one extra damage up. Okay, I clicked on something wrong. The second skill of the Nora, that is the extra damage up, good thing. And other one damage up, it is also very good. So you can continue with the Nora if you want. If you have problem to unlock the Nora, you can continue with the Mia. Guys, you are free to play. You always save your shard, right? So when you are saving your shard, you can use it on the Nora to upgrade her if you want. In the generation 5 as the marksman, we will continue with the Lin because you cannot focus on Nora and Gwen at same time. You cannot have enough shard to upgrade both of them. Gwen is very good. If you check the skills of the Gwen, rally troops lethality 5%, it is one of the best skill in the game right now. Rally troops lethality. Gwen has this thing, and Gwen has every skill that is very dangerous for the rally. Enemy damage taken up, then extra damage up, then extra damage up. They are very good for the rally. But as a free to play, you cannot focus both Nora and Gwen. So what I say, in the generation 5, you can go with Hector as the infantry, Mia is the lancer, and you can get Lin as the marksman. Now we will go to generation 6, where we will continue with the Hector because we are free to play, we have no other choice. Hector will come here. As the lancer, you can continue either with Mia or you can get Nora if you want. And as marksman, we will go with the Lin. Now you can ask me a question. In the generation 6 we get Rene. Why I did not tell about Rene? Somehow I have found Mia is working better than Rene in the bear hunt rally. I don't know the reason why, because if you check the skill, this skill is really good for the Rene. You can get Rene if you want, you can use Rene if you want, but I have found Mia is working really better than Rene in the even in the generation 6. That's why I was talking about Mia. And you know what? I will tell in the end of the video. Mia is one of the best rally caller. When it is the bear hunt, Mia is one of the best hero. Mia is far better than the Rene. People have tested this thing and people find it is actually true. Mia is working better than the Rene. The reason is unknown, because practically Rene should be more powerful, because Mia is Gen 3 hero, Rene is Gen 6 hero. Rene's skills are also better than Mia, but somehow Mia works good in the bear hunt. I talked about free to play players from generation 1 to generation 6. Now we will talk about pay to win players. Pay to win players have lot of choice. What we are talking about free to play player, we saw our infantry hero is almost useless. Almost in every generation, starting with Sarge, both of the skills are defensive skill, no use in the bear hunt, and Flint has not very good skill. But if you talk about pay to win player, you see infantry are really some good hero. Okay, I am starting my video with the Geronimo and Natalia both are really good. You can use any one of them of your choice. Practically, you can say Natalia is the far better in the rally because of this thing. You can check here. Rally troops lethality 5%. This is really good for the Natalia. Okay, Natalia and Geronimo, they are almost equal. But there is one thing. You can use Natalia mainly in generation 1, 2, 3. But you can use Geronimo even in generation 7 or 8 sometimes. And Natalia and Geronimo both have similar type skill. You can check here. Stun chance, it has no use for the bear hunt. But if you check other one, attack up 25%, very good thing. Damage up 25%, very good thing. Now you see the difference. Other hero, all other hero in generation 1, 2, 3, 4 as the infantry hero, as free to play, they were not working very good. Most of them have some defensive skill or some chance based skill. But look at Natalia. This one is attack up, this one is damage up. Both are really good for calling the rally. And if you check the Geronimo, you can check here. The first one damage up 25%, second one attack up 25%, third one is stun chance. Look, the skill is similar like Natalia. Both have similar skill. And you can get also one more extra thing here. If you check the Natalia, you can click on this icon. It is the some special thing, that is the archer strength, that can give you some extra damage here, extra attack and defense. Okay, you are talking about attack because we are talking on the bear hunt, so we are going with the attack. And if you check the Geronimo, you can check here 15% extra lethality and health. So in case of Natalia, we are getting 15% attack and defense. In case of Geronimo, we are getting 15% lethality and health. Because of these two things, because of this extra, extra bonus for both Natalia and Geronimo, they are some extraordinary infantry. And if you check their skill, both of have some attacking type skill. All other infantry, look at this thing carefully. All other infantry in the game, they have some defensive type skill. Most of them have some defensive type skill. But this Natalia and Geronimo, they are exception. They are some attacking type hero with some attacking type skills. So in my suggestion, I can say you can go with Geronimo if you want in the generation 1. As the Lancer, we will go with Molly, we have no other choice. And as the Marksman, we can go with Bahiti. If you want, you can go with the Zinman, because Zinman can give you some better stats. If you compare the stats, Zinman has better stat than the Bahiti in the max level. So you can go with Zinman if you want. If you are not focusing on the Zinman even as pay to win player, then you can go with Bahiti. Okay, it is your choice. Now we are going to generation 2. In the generation 2, we are getting the Flint, right? As a free to play, we are using the Flint. But here I want to say, Flint is not that much good for calling the rally or whatever. You can go with either Natalia or Geronimo. I prefer Geronimo, but you can also go with Natalia if you want. As the Lancer, we can go with our Molly, because this Philly is almost useless. If you check the skill here goes our Philly. You can check attack up and defense up, not very good. Damage up is somehow good, and stun chance, that is not very good. And if you check this one, defender troops health 5%. This skill is also useless. So Philly is not that much good. In that case, you can go with Molly, because Molly have two skill here, damage up here and damage up here. Both are some damage skill. So in generation 2, you can go with Molly if you want. There is no doubt your Philly will give you some better stat. Look at this thing carefully. In every generation, you are getting some better stat. Generation 2 has better stat than generation 1. Generation 4 has better stat than generation 3. But we cannot ignore, we are also getting some good skill. Even in the generation 1, the Molly is better than Philly in the term of skill. And as the Marksman, we can finally use some other thing. We can use Alonso if you want. You can check the skill. First one, stun chance, no use for the bear hunt. Second one, does enemy damage down, that is also some useless thing. Third one, damage up, that is the only good thing, that is the chance based skill. But what we check here, look at this thing, rally troops lethality 5%. Finally, some good thing here, this exclusive gear that can help you for calling the rally. You can check clearly, rally troops lethality 5%. So when you are calling the rally, this skill will be triggered. And I can also say this thing, your Alonso will give you better stat if you check the stats here. So in the generation 2, when we are calling the rally as pay to win player, we can use either Natalia or Geronimo. It is your choice. So Geronimo goes here. Then in place of Philly, we are using the Molly. And as the Marksman, we are using Alonso, that has the exclusive gear, really some good thing. Now we are going to generation 3 as pay to win player. In generation 3, we are getting Logan. You can check the skills of Logan, that is very much average. Extra damage of 40%, that is some chance based skill. And damage taken down, that is some defensive skill, no use for the bear hunt. And this one, health up, that is almost useless for the bear hunt. And if you check this one, here goes defender troops defense 5%, useless for the bear hunt. So Logan is pay to win hero, but it is average for the bear hunt. What we can do, we can continue with either Natalia or Geronimo. I prefer Geronimo. Even in generation 3, we are playing with generation 1 hero. We are using Geronimo because of this thing. The skill, damage of 25%. It is not chance based skill, it is solid skill. And this one attack of 25%. Not any chance based skill, solid skill. Same with Natalia. Okay, so you can do either Natalia or Geronimo. Both are really good. So in generation 3 as pay to win, we are not using Logan. We are using either Natalia or Geronimo. Now as the Lancer, we have no other choice, we have to use Mia. And I told you just now, Mia is one of the best rally caller in the game for the bear hunt. So you can go with the Mia. And as the marksman, you can go with Greg. Greg, I say not very good, but what we can do, we are getting some stat. Look at this thing, damage of 40%. This one, enemy damage down, that is not very good thing. And this one, health up, that is useless. And if you also check this thing, here goes rally troops health 5%. It is for the rally, but it is on the health. That's why this thing is useless. We need some attack or lethality when we are attacking the bear, not some health bonus. It is useless. But again, I am telling about the Greg because the reason is Greg will give you some really good stat if you are pay to win player. Now this thing is up to you. You can use either Alonso or you can use the Greg. In the generation 2, we are using Alonso. You can continue with this thing if you want. Alonso stats will be really bad, but Alonso can give you some exclusive gear that has some good thing, rally troops lethality. Okay, it depends on you. Test both of them and check what is working good for you. I prefer Greg, but you can continue with Alonso if you want. Now we are going to generation 4 where we are getting almost as the infantry. Check the skills here. Lancer damage taken down, infantry damage taken down, useless for the bear hunt. This one damage up, that is somehow good, and this one extra damage up, and this one is also somehow good. And if you check the gear, here you can check increasing defender troops health 5%. It is useless for the bear hunt. So I am giving you two options. Either you can play with Amos if you want. The stats will be really good in the generation 4. Or what you can do, you cannot use Amos, you can still use the Natalia or the Geronimo if you want. Geronimo and Natalia both are exactly similar, but Geronimo is somehow better because of this thing, lethality. Here you are getting lethality. Natalia is getting 15% attack, Geronimo is getting 15% lethality. Lethality is far better than the attack when it is the topic of damage. Lethality can make more damage than the attack. And there is one more thing you can check here. Look at this thing. You can click on this and here you can check the stat. Infantry attack 260%, right, in max level. And if you check Natalia, check this thing. Infantry attack 200%. So in max level, Geronimo is better than Natalia. Okay. And Geronimo is also giving the 15% lethality. That's why I say I prefer Geronimo in every generation. So in generation 4, you can either use Amos for some good stat, or if you want some good this damage, this 15% lethality, or some solid attacking skill, then you can go with Geronimo. There is one thing I will tell in the end of the video for mainly pay to win players. Okay, and in generation 4 as the Lancer, we have to use the Reina. You can continue with Mia if you want. I told you Mia is one of the best hero in the game, best Lancer who is calling the rally. You can check this thing, normal attack, it is good thing. And this one dodge probability, it is useless for the bear hunt. And this one damage up, it is also very good. Shadow blade, this skill is one of the best skill in the game. And if you check this one, increasing rally troops lethality 5%, it is also good for the bear hunt. There is one general thing in the game. If you are pay to win player, you should always use the latest generation hero, because you are getting some good stats in every new generation. But somehow in sometimes previous generation, you are getting some good skill and other extra good thing for old heroes. So in generation 4 as the Lancer, we are using Reina, and as the marksman we will continue with the Lin. If you want, again you can continue with the Alonso if you want, or the Greg if you want, but somehow Lin will be better because of the stats. Again, I am telling the stats in the latest generation, they are better than previous generation. Now we are going to check the generation 5. In the generation 5, we can use the Hector for calling the rally. Finally, you can use Hector. We are using Geronimo and Natalia for a long time, but now we can use Hector if you want. I already showed you the skill, but again I want to say, you can continue with Geronimo if you want. Even in generation 5, you can continue with Geronimo. If you have max level Geronimo, you can continue with this thing. In place of Lancer, we can use either Nora, or you can also use Mia if you want. Mia is really good, you can use it. And as the place of marksman, what you can use? You can use Gwen. Gwen will be very good for calling the rally. Now we are going to generation 6. In the generation 6, the infantry hero, that is the Ooming. This Ooming is almost useless for the bear hunt. If you check the skill, this one is some defensive skill, the first one. The second one, damage up, somehow good. And the third one, that is skill damage up, that is somehow good. But overall this Ooming is not that much good for the bear hunt. And if you also check this one, you can check here, the defender troops defense 15%. So overall we cannot say Ooming is very good. If you check the skill, you think Ooming is good, but practically we have seen Ooming is not that much good. In place of Ooming, you can continue with Geronimo. Again, Geronimo is coming back in the generation 6. So what I say, you are using Geronimo for a long term, like generation 6 or 7 or sometimes 8. We are using Geronimo till that time. Geronimo stats will be very bad if you check the stats, like only 260%. That is very bad thing. But Geronimo is working really good in this late generation. The only reason is Geronimo has some solid attack and damage skill, and Geronimo has this thing, this extra 15% lethality. By the way, there is one funny thing I want to say. You can use Geronimo or you cannot use Geronimo, you will still get this 15% bonus. Still people use Geronimo in the late generation only for this thing. Geronimo has some really solid skill. Other infantry cannot match Geronimo in place of the skill. In generation 6 as Lancer we can use Rene if you want, but I told you can continue with Mia if you want. And generation 6 Marksman, the only answer is Owen. There is no other option, only Owen. Go with the Owen. This Owen is one of the most powerful hero in the game. You can check this skill, damage up. Okay, the first skill damage up, second skill extra damage up. This one is good. I mean it is good for the BR, you can use it. And third one, that is crit rate, that is also good damage skill. And if you check this one, it is some defender skill, not good for the bear hunt. Still I say Owen is one of the most powerful marksman in the game. You can use Owen when you are calling the rally. So only one common thing we see here, for case of pay to win, we are mostly trying to get the latest generation hero in every case, except for the Geronimo. You can use Geronimo even in generation 7 or sometimes also 8. You can use it. You have to use this hero when you are calling the rally. Now we will talk when we are joining the rally. What we should use when we are joining the rally. What I just told you, for case of every hero, the first skill, the first expedition skill, that take effect when we are joining the rally. So the other two hero, that does not matter. Only the first hero that matter. Okay, so we have to focus only the first hero. So again I am telling about free to play players from the generation 1 to I can say till generation 6. Starting with free to play, in the generation 1 we have to use the only classical hero, that is the Jesse. Here goes our Jesse. You can check the skill here, damage up 25%. If there are 4 Jesse as the rally joiner, the skill will be 100% extra damage. Okay. Then in the second marching queue you can use Jassar, that have similar skill, damage of 25%. 4 Jassar can make 100% damage. And in the third marching queue you can use Sion. Okay, attack of 25%. That is also very good for joining the rally. I cannot tell about 4th, 5th or 6th marching queue. If you are free to play, you have no 6th marching queue. 4th and 5th marching queue will be useless because you are a new player in the starting in the generation 1 as free to play. You don't have enough troops to fill your 4th and 5th marching queue. You can only focus on 1st and 2nd and 3rd marching queue. And there is one more thing. If you are a free to play player, you will not have enough troops to call your own rally. So in the starting generation, I told some suggestion for calling the rally, but as a free to play you cannot do much thing for calling the rally. Your stats will be low, for that your overall damage will be also low. The generation 1 we are using Jesse and Jassar and Sion for our 3 marching queue for joining the rally. Now we are going to generation 2. Now in generation 2 we can use Jesse, Jassar and Sion for joining the rally. The 4th and 5th marching queue, that have no use because you are a free to play, you will not have enough troops to fill those marching queue. In generation 3 what we can do, we will continue with this thing, Jesse, Jassar and Sion. In place of 4th marching queue we can add Greg if we want. Look at the skill of the Greg, damage of 40%. But I don't know how much you can upgrade this thing as free to play, but you can use this thing if you want. And as the 5th marching queue, you have to use this thing, Philly as the queue captain, attack of 15%. Again I don't know how much you can upgrade your Philly as free to play, but you have to use this thing. Guys, don't worry, I will give a full chart about rally caller and rally joiner in the end of the video. The chart will also come here. You can check the chart right now. Now we are going to generation 4. In the generation 4, Jesse, Jasser, Sion, these three things will be common. In place of 4th marching queue, we can put either Greg or Reina if you want. Depends on you which one you can unlock the first. Reina, it is very difficult to unlock as free to play, but you can try. Or also we have option to use the Greg. And in the 5th marching queue, we have no other choice. We can use Logan if we want. Look at this thing, Logan, extra damage up. I don't know how much you can upgrade your Logan as free to play, but you have no other choice. Generation 4, 5, 6 almost similar. We will continue with Jesse, Jasser and Sion. But if you are unlocking this hero, you can add them in 4th or 5th marching queue. The Reina, or here goes on Nora or Owen. If you unlock any one of them, you can put them in the 4th or 5th marching queue. I will give you a full list, don't worry guys. So the first 3 marching queue, that is static, Jesse, Jasser, Sion. The 4th and 5th marching queue, that depends. And there is no 6th marching queue if you are a free to play player. Now if I talk about pay to win player, it is almost similar. Jesse, Jasser, Sion in the first 3 marching queue from generation 1. And in the generation 2, there is no big change. These things will continue. From generation 3, as pay to win, what you can do, you can use your flint for joining the rally. This thing will be very bad because chance based skills are really bad for joining the rally, but you can use this thing if you want. It is some risky thing, but you can use it. Because you are pay to win player, you are using Natalia or Geronimo for calling the rally. In place of free to play, we are using flint for calling the rally. So we can never use flint for joining the rally. But you are a pay to win player, you are using either Natalia or the Geronimo. That's why your flint is free. You can use your flint for joining the rally. Keep this thing in your mind. Everything that has some stun chance or any chance based skill, they are really bad when you are joining the rally. And in other generation like generation 4, 5, 6, they are similar, pretty much similar for free to play and pay to win. When it is joining the rally, you can use Jesse, Jasser or Sion as your queue captain. If you are using Ahmos from the generation 4 as pay to win player, then you can put your Geronimo for joining the rally. That is not any good idea, but if you want, you can do this. Here is the full list guys. Watch this list carefully, and I want to tell you something special. Watch this list, then I will tell you. My mod Ria told me there is some good combo for pay to win players for calling the rally. That is, here goes it. Geronimo as the infantry, Mia is the lancer, and Bradley as the marksman. If you use these 3 heroes for calling the rally as pay to win player, your rally will make really very high damage. I tested this thing using some whales in my alliance, and they found that it is really working good. I thank Ria for telling me this thing. Again, I am telling Geronimo as the infantry, Mia as the lancer, and Bradley as the marksman. If you use this hero as pay to win player, it will be extreme high damage for the bear hunt. Now I don't know the reason why Mia is making so much high damage, more high damage than Nora and Rene. I don't know the reason why Mia is doing this thing, but somehow Mia is making some good damage for the bear hunt. And I told you can use Geronimo even in generation 7 or 8 because of the skills of Geronimo, they are really good. So this is the full guide on bear hunt, how you can make really high damage as free to play and pay to win player. I just want to tell you one thing. If you are in generation 1, don't try to call your own rally. Your rally will be useless. Try to join any other big players rally. And there is one more tip how to make very good score. When the bear hunt is going on, all the notification will come here. All the rally joining notification will come in your alliance chat. You can just scroll like this and you can try to enter your best players rally. That can give you really very high damage, because you can check this thing yourself. If you are joining any weak players rally, your damage as a rally joiner will be very low. But if you are joining any big players rally, your damage will be very high. Always try to enter those players rally who are really strong whale. It is very difficult because their rally fills up very fast, so you have to be very fast by clicking. If you are talking about the rewards are pretty much good. You can check here. Okay, it is not any big thing. And if you are a free to play player, you are playing the game from almost 1 year, you can rank here or here. Okay, and I don't know if any free to play player can rank here. I have never seen this thing, but Pay to win players can make some good rank. Let me show you my alliance, how much they are making. Okay, they are making some good damage. So I am telling you some tips in the short. If you are free to play player, try to join the big players rally, and when you are joining the rally, use Jesse or Jassar or Sion as your queue captain, because they have some solid skill for the rally joiner. And if you are pay to win player, try to use the latest generation hero when you are calling the rally, because you will always get some good stat. And if you are pay to win player, you can upgrade your chief charm and the hero gear as much as you want to make some good damage in the bear hunt. And you can continue with Geronimo and Mia even in the late generation. Geronimo and Mia, they are very good when you are calling the rally as pay to win player. These are about the hero. Now there is some small thing about the troops. If you use every troops in equal number, you cannot make very high damage. In the starting of the video, I was talking about the marksman, right? If you want to make very high damage in the bear hunt, you have to use high percentage of marksman. Now I have 3 suggestions for you. If you are a new player, you are a beginner, you are starting this game, like you are playing for almost 1 month or 2 months, you have to use everything, infantry, lancer, marksman in equal number, 33, 33, 33, or almost 33 or 34, what I can say, 33. Because if you try to do any extraordinary thing, you will might make some mistake. So you can continue with everything equal number. If you are playing like almost for 3 months or 4 months this game, you can use this formation, 20, 30, 50. 20% infantry, 30% lancer, 50% marksman. This can make very high damage in the bear hunt. Okay, I am talking for both free to play and pay to win. If you want to use this formation, you have to make some a good number of troops, good number of marksmen. Otherwise, you cannot use this thing. It is very difficult to use. And if you are playing this game for almost 1 year, you can use this formation, 10, 10, 80. 10% infantry, 10% lancer, 80% marksman. This one is very difficult to use. And if you are using this formation when you are calling the rally, you should use the exact same formation for joining the rally. Then overall damage will be very high. But this 10, 10, 80 is very difficult to use because you need a lot of marksmen. So as a beginner, you cannot do this thing. But if you are playing this game for a long time, then you can use it. In the starting, you can use everything in equal number. But later, you can increase the percentage of your marksman to make some good damage. And when you are joining the rally for the bear hunt, you will get very less time to configure your hero, right? So you can go to your profile and you can click on the troops, then you can click on the squads and you can pre-select your squad from the beginning. From starting, you can select this squad before the bear hunt starts. Then you can do some good thing, you can save your time. I have already made a video on the squad formation. You can check the video. You should watch these 2 video after watching this video. That is which pay to win hero you should focus as free to play, and what is the squad formation, how to make perfect squad formation. In this video I tried to give you some tips on the bear hunt, how to make some good damage. If you have any problem, you can still ask me in the comment or you can ask me in the Discord. That is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and bye bye.